Hey guys, what's up? My name is Tom Spark. Let me know if you like the new setup. Anyways, guys, today I'm going to be talking about 10 lessons that I've learned as a VPN reviewer. Now, I've been doing VPN reviews for around 3 years or so. I started looking at VPNs and learning about them in 2014. 2015, I started my own review website called Best 10 VPN. And then later in 2016 and 2017 more, I started this YouTube channel in which I've done VPN reviews, tutorials, and guides. And today I'm going to give you 10 lessons that I've learned. So the first lesson that I've learned is that VPN apps in particular can be super buggy. Even VPNs that are recommended on some of the other review sites and stuff like that, a lot of VPN apps just can be inconsistent and hard to get to work. Especially if you have more than one VPN app installed. There's a lot of like VPN driver issues that happen when you're trying to use different VPN apps and test different VPN apps side by side. Additionally, a lot of them just don't really work that well a lot of the time. Some kind of connections issues happen and stuff like that. But really, I was surprised by how many errors and bugs that I experienced while testing VPN apps over these couple of years. The second thing that I've learned is that VPN companies really do hire a lot of trolls, and there's so many shills and kind of bad influence being spread around that it's really kind of draining. I get a lot of comments on my YouTube channel with people clearly affiliated with one VPN provider or another, or even just like on other forums, there's people kind of sucking up to certain VPNs or just doing things that don't really make sense in terms of who is the customer and what do they want. A lot of people just kind of pick a VPN and then they just blatantly support it to the end. Maybe some kind of sunk cost fallacy, I'm not really sure, but I'm sure that VPN companies are hiring a lot of trolls and paying people to upvote threads on Reddit. I've seen Private Internet Access probably do this. Some of their threads on Reddit get thousands of upvotes, and I'm sure a lot of these companies are hiring trolls to do their kind of online propaganda campaigns. Number 3, speaking of Reddit is where VPN goes to die. Now /r/VPN is one of the most heavily censored and moderated subreddits that I've been to. Now a lot of people when it comes to Reddit have differing opinions. My opinion is that moderators have too much power and that communities should be more self-moderated by the community itself. A lot of people don't really agree with this, but I think that /r/VPN is too restrictive in what posts can kind of pass through the filter, and oftentimes generating questions and stuff like that often just kind of get ignored or censored just because they don't stack or align exactly with the rule set that the moderators have put in place. Not only that, but a lot of other subreddits just straight up ban VPN content because they're afraid of, shills and affiliates spreading reviews and stuff like that in order to make money. So Reddit really is where VPN goes to die since it's such a, contentious topic in most subreddits. Number 4 on this list is that most VPNs just simply aren't good. I would say that there's probably like 10 or so VPNs that most people are using consistently. And the other, 50, 60, 70, 80 VPNs out there on the market are extremely small, don't have very many servers, have really bare bones apps that barely do anything, and they're either too expensive or too free, and they just don't really work that well. Unfortunately, it's really hard to review some VPNs even because they're so hard and tricky to use. Additionally, sometimes you sign up and it takes around 2 or 3 hours to get even your credentials to log in. It just proves that reviewing a lot of the smaller VPNs out there is often more of a hassle for me than worth it. So that's often why I just don't review some of those smaller VPN providers. Number 5 on this list is that VPN companies ironically actually do like censorship. I've had a few posts on my website censored due to threats from VPN providers. I'm not going to mention which ones because I don't want them clabbering all over my ass and getting mad at me again. But I've had a lot of posts on my website and even videos on my channel be censored due to threats from VPN companies not liking what I had to say, claiming that I'm spreading false information or I'm talking about rumors that simply aren't true. Whatever the case is, VPN companies really do like censorship, surprisingly, and most of the VPNs out there in some way or another I have I could bet that they've kind of covered up or forced other websites to remove content based on their service. Now, not every VPN does this, but most of them do, and a lot of the popular ones that people recommend, unfortunately, I've been, forced to remove articles about them. Number 6 on this list is that VPN companies love to buy review sites. Now, similar to the last one, VPN companies really do have a far reach and a lot of power. They do have a lot of money as well, and if you see any VPN websites that have glowing reviews about 1 or 2 or 3 VPNs in particular, and then if you look at the pros and cons and you can't really figure out why they're ranking higher than other VPNs, or if the website doesn't really use like a rating system, it's just like pros and cons, something like that. Something that comes to mind is the bestvpn.com, bestvpn.com, and a few other websites out there. They just kind of have a weird rating system, and the reviews just don't seem objective enough to me to warrant that they're actually self-owned and not owned by other VPN companies. There's similar examples in other industries as well, so this isn't really unique to VPN. There was a big issue about online mattress companies, and the company Casper sued another company for having no disclosure that they're owned by another company, and they sued them and actually took over the website and then started promoting Casper mattresses. So the affiliate market and online companies really do have a lot of dirtiness to them that you might not see or expect or even realize unless you really do your research and kind of examine the content with a critical eye. Number 7 on this list is that most review websites and YouTube channels recommending VPNs mostly just recommend the most expensive VPN providers. The reason they do this is because they make more affiliate commissions. The more expensive a VPN is, the more money they're actually making from each recurring sale, each recommendation to said VPN. So chances are most of the popular VPNs you're going to see on other channels and other websites are going to be pretty expensive. Now, I try not to do that because I recommend VPNs that I myself would like to use, I myself would like to spend money on, and I know that not everyone has a ton of money to spend on a VPN, and I think VPNs should really foremost be affordable since they, in a lot of ways, give people basic internet access to the websites that they need and want to use around censorship or geo restrictions. Number 8 on this list, a lot of review sites post false information. This is similar to maybe that VPN companies love to buy review sites and stuff like that, but VPN reviews are often pretty long and drawn out articles or videos, and it can be hard for a VPN reviewer to always get all their facts straight. Now, I've had a couple of reviews and stuff like that where VPNs came to me personally and said, hey, can you fix this, blah, 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 blah. And most of the time, if I have time, I try to address every one of these issues. The problem is that VPNs update and change so much, it can be hard to stay up to date with every single VPN review out there, especially if you have like 50 VPN reviews on your site. Chances are that a couple months later down the line, one of your reviews is probably going to be out of date. So whenever you're looking at a website and you see a review and it says, these glowing things, maybe before you buy that VPN, make sure to check on the website if it does indeed have those features, or perhaps the website or a review might be a little biased in that they don't want to recommend the VPN, so they kind of downplay some of its services and so on. But yeah, just be aware that you can't always trust a review to have exactly the services and features that the VPN is going to have. So when you go to the website, make sure to do due diligence and make sure that it does have the features you need, or maybe see if it has features that the review didn't mention. Number 9 on the list is that VPN websites and companies really do always claim it all. I have barely ever went to a VPN review site where it didn't say it didn't have something, of course, but most of them claim they have really fast speeds, tons of servers, they work with streaming, they have the best no log policy. But if you do your due diligence, like I said before, and you read some of the stuff on the website, you can often find a lot of these things aren't true. Some VPN providers, if you look deep into the facts, you'll find that they don't support torrenting. Maybe that their zero log policy actually might include bandwidth or connection logs and stuff like that. So if you see a VPN claiming it all, I would encourage you to have a little bit of skepticism when considering that VPN provider, and do your research on the website, or maybe even just watch my content before you purchase it. Number 10 on this list is that most popular mobile apps suck for VPNs, and that's because most of them are free. The VPNs on the App Store for iOS and Google Play are often free and trial based, and most of them are actually copy pasted from one another. You'll see the same interface, the same pricing. It's like $11.99 for 1 month, and then a year is going to be like kind of cheaper, like $60 for some reason. So you're going to see pretty much every one of these VPNs on the App Store that is free, and kind of just like Proxy Master, VPN Master Pro, something along those lines, or something like Melon VPN, just some random fruit attached. Let's just say Orange VPN. Let's just say Cranberry VPN. It's probably giving me a free VPN that's collecting your data, selling it to third parties, making money that way, since they're not really making that much money on free users, or most who are often just like little kids at school trying to bypass some kind of firewall or something like that. Anyways, guys, thanks for checking out this video. This has been 10 things that I've learned as a VPN reviewer over a couple years. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out the channel for more awesome VPN content. My name is Tom Spark, and I'll see you again next time.